Warning, the following show is not, I repeat, not financial advice. It is a review of my adventures into day trading and for entertainment purposes only. Investing carries extreme financial and emotional risk. Do not attempt or recreate anything you see in the show. Today is May 23, 2025, and this is episode 2. Hello and happy Friday. Hope you had a great week and you're ready for a holiday weekend, because I sure am. Like a dummy today, I decided to go to the grocery store. Not for anything important for the weekend, but just random stuff I thought I needed. And I totally forgot it's a holiday weekend, so that was an extra hour out of my life that I didn't need to spend. Anyway, enough chit chat. Let's dive right into it, and we'll start with my trade review. So this time around about QBTS, which is otherwise known as D-Wave Quantum Inc. Basically, they use quantum mechanics to make computers, something crazy. It's way above my pay grade, but sounds very cool. And bottom line, I like the stock. I've been watching it for a few days, and it's done nothing but go up, which is fantastic. It also made me a little leery because you don't want to be stuck holding the bag at the top. You know, they say buy low, sell high, you know, that kind of thing. So I was a little worried about it, but like I said, I've been keeping an eye on it, and it was just trending very well. So I figured, you know what, let me give it a shot. I ended up buying 56 shares at $13.93 for a total of $780.15, which was right in my budget. I think I had $786 or so in my account, so that was perfect. I had planned to get in and out of the stock the same day, but with the trends, the way it was going, and it was climbing steadily, nicely, I figured, you know what, let me give it another day and just see what happens. So it actually went up. That night in extended hours, it went up to $19.45 at the top. Gosh, I wish I could have grabbed that at like $19 plus, but of course it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and even though I have crazy sleep schedules and habits and I'm up at all kinds of hours, I missed that one, unfortunately. So I figured, you know what, all right, we'll see how it goes in the morning. It's probably going to climb again, and I'll catch it at a good price. Sadly, that day was a crap day for the market in general, and everything was down. So I figured, okay, now I'm going to have to wait another day. No big deal. It's like I said, this thing has been trending well. I wasn't too worried about it. At the very least, I was still up, I think $1 or $2 from where I bought in. So I wasn't losing any money. So that next morning, I did end up cashing it out at $17.66 for a net profit of $208.08. So that's not bad at all. I'll take those kind of days all day long. I know it's not going to happen every day, but it'd sure be nice if it did, because that would make my life easy. So it was really good. I will say that I probably could have held on a little longer. It ended up climbing up a little bit higher, and I probably could have gotten another $1 or so out of it, which of course would have been great. But I'm sticking with my guidelines here. Slow and steady wins the race, and no FOMO at all, because that's how you end up making stupid decisions. You never know when something's just going to crash. So I felt like it was better to be safe than sorry. So let's look at my total numbers and where I'm at. So I had a starting balance of $783.26. My closing balance is $992.06, which is an increase of 26.658%, which is just amazing. I mean, if you watch my previous video, one of my goals is to make a minimum of 1% profit, hopefully closer to 5%, and I knocked that out of the park. And granted, it was for a couple days, so but it more than made up for it. So that concludes my trade review. Next up, we're going to dive into Stock Hunt. Stock Hunt is brought to you by me and my webcomic called Bello. Bello is a lighthearted and humorous comic strip that I publish every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can find it on your favorite socials, or you can get it at bellobear.com, and you can even sign up to get it delivered right into your inbox right at the website. I hope you enjoy reading it as much as I do making it. So in this segment, I'm always looking for a new stock, something that I can add to my trade list, something that's interesting, that I think I'm probably going to make a couple dollars on, something just to keep an eye on and see if that'll actually be good enough to put on my daily trade list. Today I'm looking at Bull, otherwise known as the Webbull Corporation. Webbull operates as a digital investment platform, basically a brokerage for retail investors like you and me. They were founded in 2016, so they're a pretty new company. I was looking at their chart, and it's pretty interesting. They've hovered around $11 forever, and then all of a sudden rocketed to over $79. and then promptly staggered back down and is now trading at about 12 to 13 bucks. I haven't done a deep dive to figure out why there was such a big spike, but it certainly has piqued my interest. They released their Q1 earnings yesterday and they did really well, so this is definitely one I'm going to keep an eye on. So lastly, let's get into my daily watch list. This is a short list of stocks that I'm looking to trade next. Based on how well QBTS did the first time around, I'm pretty sure I have to put it back on the list this time. So we're going to start with that one. Though I'm not sure where I want to buy back in. I obviously did really well. Okay, well, it'll be on the list. Next, we have Hims. They're the telemedicine company you've probably seen a bazillion commercials for. There's definitely some volatility there. It went all the way up to 73-ish in February, then back down to the 20s, and over 65 about a week ago. Looks a little dangerous, but could be good. I'm also interested in QXO. It reached a high of $19 a couple of days ago, and then there was a sell-off, and now is hovering around 17. Nothing too exciting, nothing too volatile, but that's why I kind of like it. Maybe I can squeeze 25 to 50 cents per share out of it in a day or two. Let's keep an eye on it. Last but not least is MNTN. They're a performance TV software company. I have no idea what the hell that means, but I'm reading. So it says that they provide performance advertising services that help brands drive measurable conversions, revenue, site visits, and more through television. MNTN IPO'd yesterday, so I really don't know that much about it yet, and I got a lot of research to do before I'm ready to invest. That said, I do know that Ryan Reynolds is their chief creative officer. And anything that guy touches pretty much turns to gold, so it's worth keeping an eye on for sure. So that wraps up episode 2. I hope you have a fantastic holiday weekend, and I guess I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Okay, bye.